Yo, B-ball basketballer. Script there. What do you think? Oh, nearly nothing but net.
Went in. That's what I was aiming.
Yeah, perfect then. That's the intro. Thank you. Basketball intro. We did it. Nice hat.
First squeeze! People will get that if they played the game. Hello and welcome to One Watch. This is where we talk about stuff we watched.
That's not how we're starting today.
Okay.
I know how we're starting today. You already shuffle around. I might leave that bit in because that's a perfectly cromulent start. But I have to start differently. Bonjour, you cheesy surrender monkeys.
Okay.
God's gift away for teaching French.
Nice.
Yeah. As One Watch, we watch things. And then we talk about them. Tom, what have you been watching?
This week, since most of the weekend, I have been watching myself
Yes.
doing some awesome defense.
Nothing
and
but
offense.
net. Dunk
Nothing
it,
but
baby.
net.
Dunk it.
Playing NBA 2K17 and not
Nice.
watching anything.
Nice.
Except for videos on NBA 2K
Nice.
about getting VC, which is a whole thing.
VC?
Stupid virtual coins. Oh, we want to make more money, so we're going to charge people money so they can actually play the game properly and actually have stuff.
Do they actually call it VC?
Yeah.
Like they didn't even bother giving
No, it's
it
virtual coins.
didn't even bother
No.
giving it like a nice euphemistic name that
No.
makes it seem less what it is.
Now, and they've even set up when you're online, when you like do your upgrades, they've even set it up so it's like a purchase basket, even when you're not buying stuff.
Isn't it great?
So you can
the
put
state gaming's in now.
So you can put like more than you actually have of VC in there, and you can go to your basket and go, "Oh, do you want some packs of VC?" No, I don't. I want to use the fucking VC I earned in the game.
Okay,
yeah.
wind back. Not sure if that went into no game. NBA 2K17 is the game. It's basketball.
Yeah.
It's got a career mode with actual basketball personalities in America who voice act and stuff.
Yeah, and the actor Michael B. Jordan plays your teammate guy.
Right. I don't know that many American basketballers. I know a few like Canadian ones because they played in Sheffield when the brief period where they used to get school free tickets. I know there's a Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And that Michael Jordan was in.
It's not that Michael Jordan.
No, I didn't think you. I thought it wouldn't be.
I was disappointed, frankly. They were like, "Oh, you get to play with Michael Jordan as your teammate. Fucking awesome!" Oh, the actor. The actor, Michael.
Not Space Jam.
Not Michael Jordan.
That's
the only real Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
The actor. The guy's like 6 foot, not 6'7".
That's a shame.
Doesn't do massive dunks. Does 3-pointers.
3-pointers.
Yeah.
That's outside. There's a circle. If you nothing but net from outside the circle. It's 3, and if it's inside, it's 2, and then there's fouls.
Orange juice.
Is that what they
If people
say?
have played it, they'll know what that means.
Okay. I just remember the kids' basketball. Like, how many shots? 2 shots. And whenever someone got sent off for 5 fouls, it would be hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back? Yeah.
You get sent off for 6 in the game.
6 now.
I don't know if that's just my settings or if you actually it's actually meant to be 6.
Okay.
But yeah. So I almost got sent off in my first game where I set it to pro. Because for ages I've just been stealing the ball.
That's when you say.
Suddenly they're like, you got to time it accurately.
Right. When you say up to pro, you started on the lowest difficulty level.
Yeah.
Like a novice, you need to learn. You've got your skills. You're hitting your net. You're dunking so hard.
It's been about 10 years since I've actually played a basketball game.
Yeah.
So I had to remember how basketball works.
Yeah.
So I played on rookie for a while. Got to the point where basically the only time the other team scored was when they took me off the field.
Right.
Or the pitch or the court. They took
court.
me off the court. Yeah.
Leave it on the court, guys.
Yes, they subbed me out,
Yeah.
and I come back and suddenly they'd scored. I was like, how'd they do that? I just destroyed them for half an hour, not letting them score.
Nice.
So yeah, so I moved up to pro, and then it turns out that my stats are not good enough to play pro because I've not bought VC.
Is that how it works? Is
Yeah.
that how they're like, right,
Yeah.
we're going to force you to buy things to play our game?
Yeah, basically.
You've paid, how much did you pay for the game, if you don't mind me asking?
I paid £9 for it because I got
Oh,
it
you got it in a bundle. But
it would have been like 40.
So 40 quid,
Yeah.
and then you have to spend X amount more,
Yeah.
or do what's called grinding, which is playing, but not for fun.
Yeah.
It's to get
The
stronger.
best way to grind for VC, if anyone wants to know, is you make a character that you don't give a shit about, and you skip all the games except for the ones just before events, and then you get fouled out of the game so that you can do the event, so that the event will give you a VC.
Nice. And
you don't play the game.
And did you enjoy watching yourself play NBA 2K17?
Yeah, it's great.
Would you recommend other people watch you play NBA 2K17?
I'd recommend other people watch themselves play.
Right. You'd recommend it as a game,
yeah,
but not your performance as a watching experience.
No, particularly not on Rookie, because you'd get very bored very fast.
Because it's
all the same.
Yeah, it's one guy stomping.
Steal the ball, run up the field.
Nice.
Score.
Can you do any Harlem Globetrotter tricks?
You can do some stuff, but my guy can't yet.
Oh
Because I've
man,
not got enough VC.
you gotta get on that VC.
Yeah. I can do bits of crossovers and stuff. Can't do any of the cool stuff.
Nice.
My dunk's really the normal dunk, which you can do a normal dunk and you can do a one-handed dunk, and that's what you start with.
Nice.
And you unlock other ones. But when I was watching to see how to make, I was trying to work out, I'd find other ways to upgrade your players, because I assumed there'd be another way other than buying VC to upgrade players now. Watching videos, and one of them was how the best way to upgrade, and he was just and he was explaining that when he plays it, he doesn't upgrade his dunk or layup, because actually,
why not?
Because actually, when you get the better dunks and layups, they're easier to block. So if you just don't upgrade it, you're stuck with the standard ones, and no one can block the fuckers.
Nice. That feels like a significant design flaw.
Yeah. But
Okay.
look is good, but you can't block them.
You need to get all this extra money to buy these skills that are easier to counter than if you don't bother at all.
Yeah.
Oh, 2K. Oh, 2K. 2K are the publishers of the game, if people don't.
Yeah.
We're crossing over from video to game again.
Yeah.
I thought we'd left game behind us.
But yeah, so what have you been watching?
Right. Well, you said, before we started, when I was like, have you watched anything? You were like, no. Just been playing 2K17. And I didn't think that chat would actually go into a chat. I'm really glad you did, Nathan. So I was like, well, there's one thing, amazing thing, that I've watched. And I was like, I should probably try and come up with a second thing. And there is a second thing I've been watching plenty of that I actually meant to talk about in a few one watches, just never quite fitted. So now in my head I've got that one. So I apologise if this feels like it's shoehorned in now in the middle of two good ones. There's a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I don't know if I've shown you any or not. It's sometimes you go on YouTube and you get a channel and they cover something that for whatever reason you don't really know or see about, and you get into them. There are channels like H3 and stuff that do contemporary what's going on with YouTube and all that kind of stuff. There's a guy called Memeulous.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
No.
Right. Have you heard of Leafy? You ever seen
Yes.
Leafy? You know how Leafy, he finds kind of odd screwball videos or topics, and then he kind of puts on a persona and aggressively trashes them. Imagine if Leafy was a British guy who could also, people could say he sounds chavvy, other people could say he sounds posh, and you could see both their point of views. Who's just kind of really laid back and chilled, and instead of doing all the sweary aggressive stuff, just kind of laughs and lets the videos and that do the talking, but finds these weird stuff. That's what Memeulous does. But he has loads of videos on what's called BG Media.
Okay.
That's Blackpool Grime Media. It's a YouTube channel, but he goes beyond just BGM now. There's other grime channels, and then there's 12-year-old kids. There's one called Little T who something Bifter. I'm gonna rape your little sister, man. And he just puts them on, and he does other videos as well. I discovered Jake Paul through Memeulous, which is not the best thing to discover. You're nodding like you don't know who Jake Paul is, and I'm not going to be the one to explain Jake Paul to you. So, just it's not good.
Okay.
It's not good. The society is not going the way it potentially could have gone, and Jake Paul is a significant part of that. That's all you need to know about Jake Paul. But Memeulous is the one he's very laid back. He's always playing games in the background. He never shows his face. It's always just a game, and this game's there's this racing game. There's a really cool game where you jump on trucks, and the trucks are all crashing and the physics are crazy. I can't remember what it's called. I remember I remember reading about it and
I think I might have seen an achievement hunter playing that.
I don't know if I have it from a bundle or not, but it's one that I'm kind of on a break from playing games, to be honest. But so the videos are always those, and they intersperses with. He responds a lot because a lot of people especially people who put up weird videos that he then trashes, like respond to him and threaten him or say other things, and he just puts it up and there's like, yeah, or no, or yeah, it's fair play. And at the minute he started doing these amazing, like, oh, this video's going really well, so if it gets like 50,000 likes, I'll cut off my hand, or I'll get a Jake Paul tattoo. Like at the end of every video, he's like, he's just really good. He's his style and the laid back way he does it, it's very watchable. I find it oddly relaxing, and after like a session of writing or emailing or editing, like we edit, we go for a walk, I'll come out as, oh, Memeulous has got like they're only like 5-6 minute videos, I'm gonna stick that on, and it calms me. He soothes me. Memeulous soothes me.
Fair.
Yeah, he's good. So that was like my filler, because I didn't think your NBA was going to work. It's worth talking about. It's worth checking out. Memeulous. I'll put a link in the description and stuff.
Just we normally say whether we recommend stuff or not.
Oh, totally. I absolutely recommend him.
For NBA 2K. Just wait for the next one. We'll be out soon.
Yeah, they always. Probably
be out by the time we get this video.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. There you go. That's why it was £8 this one.
And you might get some free VC, so you can actually play the game.
Yeah, sorry, you caught me sipping tea. I thought I wasn't. I thought you were going to spiel longer about things.
You sip tea. I'll have some music.
Oh, thanks. Well, this is a noise. This is a break. Do 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 do. That's gonna stay in. I'm leaving that in. Fuck that. I want some e-cig too. So say something. Cover me while I e-cig.
Well, I'm the king of the jungle, yeah. It was meant to be King of the Swingers. I screwed it up, so I was like,
I'm the King of the Swingers, the Jungle VIP.
Yeah.
It's the top and have to stop, and that's what bothering me.
Yeah.
Okay, so have to.
Oddly enough, the fact that I got that wrong is quite disappointing, because I've had that song stuck in my head all weekend.
Like, this is your music thing. Oh, this is a tangent. You have a jukebox at the minute.
Just going in my head.
Yeah. I have a song to play you. Remind me.
Cool.
Palmer Violet's Tom the Drum. It's
okay.
wherever it comes on, it's like, it reminds me of Tom now, and.
That's
just it, yeah. That's it. When I think of you, that song is in my head now. It's great. It's about a gay whale. It's not at all. Don't know why. That was funny. I would draw that. That's not a funny image. It's just a nice image, actually. Quite like the idea of two homosexual whales just swimming together. That's quite sweet. Anyway, right.
So you watched something else?
I did watch something else. It was film night. It was Paul's film night yesterday. It was our choice. Now, okay. Everyone personally, you have a list of like your favourite films.
Yeah.
And then films you consider great.
Yeah.
I would argue that the list of greatest films ever is not those two lists. Like, there are films that are absolutely great, but they would not be my favourite or my personal greatest films.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is a film that goes on all three lists.
Okay.
Like, it's absolutely amazing, and it's 50 years old. I'm going to do some quotes because I like to do that. They call me Mr. Tibbs. That's all I can quote, because the rest that I can think of all have a racist undertone.
Excellent.
In the Heat of the Night.
Okay.
I think you've seen it.
I might have.
If you've seen it, it's because our friend Jason, who deceased, I'll get off that. He was the one who got me on the Sidney Poitier. It's a black police officer who, he just happens to be crossing and switching trains.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger. Rod Steiger won an Oscar for it.
I recognised it.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The premise is this. Hicktown, USA, small town, business things, investment, all that. A wealthy investor who's setting up a factory is found murdered. And the police go out, it's late at night, and they find this black guy in the train station. So, without giving him any chance to explain or anything, they arrest him and bring him in.
Yeah.
That black guy is Sidney Poitier, one of the best homicide police detectives from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
They don't realise at first that they are using their Hicktown racist, it must be the black guy techniques on a fucking police officer. And when the head guy, the sheriff, Rod Steiger, he method acts the whole thing, he's always chewing gum and doing things with hand stuff, realises he's got a police officer who's smart and capable, his racism gives in to his need to solve the crime. Yeah. And like, all the way through, he wants to, it's this guy because of this. And whenever Sidney Poitier, the black officer, is like, Virgil Tibbs, is like, no, it couldn't have been that because of this or that, he gets really angry, but then accepts that he's not got the right answer, and being a cop, he needs the right answer. And they don't even like each other. It's like a double act where they genuinely do not like each other. They insult each other. Well, actually, Virgil Tibbs is more laid back. He doesn't really insult.
No.
But Rod Steiger insults and uses racial terms and stuff. But they're both bonded by that badge.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It's essentially a Hicktown cop who wants to be right. But he doesn't just want to be right, he has to be right.
Yes.
So he keeps trying, and then he keeps
Yes.
being wrong, and then he gets annoyed because he's wrong, and he's also racist, so he has to go at the guy, but then just lets him keep going with the thing so he can get the right answer.
Well, it starts off and he has a go at the guy, but then when other people have him go at the guy, he's like, I can't let him go because we have to solve this crime. I can't let a crime go.
Yeah.
And I can't, like, he will happily jump on evidence that's circumstantial, that points to a suspect, and arrest that suspect, and fully commit to it's that suspect. But if he can be shown he's wrong, he doesn't double down.
Yeah.
He doesn't bury evidence. He swears, he punches, he kicks, he chews his chewing gum very loudly. And then he goes back to the drawing board, slumps in his chair a bit, and then goes back to trying to catch whoever actually did this murder. It's a brilliant film. Like, Paul and Danielle, I was a little worried because obviously it's 50 years old, 67 it came out. Yeah, like, I remember, I loved it. I showed it to Sarah, she loved it. I talked to Jason about it. He watched Lyrical, and I recommended it to you. I think you saw it through that combo of me saying you should watch this, and you really enjoyed it. So there must be something that holds up, because that quartet of film watchers wouldn't just watch something that one of us would not enjoy it if it was too dated. I think it's filmed really traditionally. It's got a great soundtrack. There's occasionally like the odd zoom and stuff, but it's just really well made. Like the craft is really well done, and the acting is really really solid and spot on.
You have to accept that it's of its time for things that don't feel like they make sense. But other than that,
but there's not that much.
No,
like
the stuff that doesn't make sense is stuff that would make sense in that time. You just have to keep
reminding
yourself of that.
Police officers having a bit crap cars, or dead bodies just looking like people have blue face paint and a bit of fake blood around their nose, like those kind of things. And the racism, because it's right. So I was really glad Paul and Danielle enjoyed it. It holds up partly because it doesn't bother really throwing tons of suspects at you and doubling down on the murder mystery aspect. It's a focus on these character studies, and Virgil Tibbs, this senior qualified, educated, capable police officer from Philadelphia who's black in this town where black people, the KKK is still an element, where black people are a threat and a lower species and should still be slaves, or there's still that they're still viewed as you were slaves and we lost the war and it wasn't fair kind of thing. And so like the way black people are talked to and the way it's acted about, and just the little things like someone won't shake his hand is all there, and it's all a study of that aspect of what was going on at the time. It goes beyond that. There's a bit where he's talking to a black woman and he says like, look, I don't want to send you to jail. It's like, she's like, I could do jail. Someone said he's white. There's white people jail, and then there's a phrase I'm not going to use, but an epithet for black people jail, and black people jail is a hell of a lot harder than white people jail, and it commented socially on that aspect as well. And I think it's something like it was during the civil rights movement and stuff, so to have that there at a forefront of a very high budget action Hollywood kind of thing is really really good. And Rod Steiger, sorry, I might just wax it on. Do you have other stuff to say?
No.
Okay, Rod Steiger won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
He is absolutely amazing. Imagine like Marlon Brando and Bill Murray like had a baby. That's like, but like the older versions of those two actors. Like he has this like Marlon Brando-esque, his whole body's just part of it kind of thing, and the way he talks and the little pauses.
He's the captain guy, right?
The sheriff, Rod Steiger, and he has this kind of Bill Murray charm to him, where like even when he can be absolutely foul, but kind of brilliant, and you still really like him. No, and he just every scene he's in, and like Sidney Poitier holds up his art, and I've become a big fan of Sidney Poitier. I've gone and watched. There are 2 sequels. First one's alright. Second one is not.
I think he's like the sheriff guy. Because of how they did it, is probably the only really racist character in a film I've seen that I've still liked. Like, because he's He's a nasty, racist guy, but it's almost like he's a nasty, racist guy because of his surroundings.
Yeah.
As opposed to actually his own beliefs.
Like, I think if you were his grandson and he talked the way he did, you would say he's of his time.
Yeah.
He's not actually trying to be harmful or
Yeah.
nasty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's nasty in that he's a belligerent, middle-aged kind of drinks slightly too much sheriff.
Yeah.
Who just wants a quiet life and gets irritated easy and stuff. But he's not nasty in that, like, he shares a drink with Virgil Tibbs. He's not nasty in that I want to lynch black people, and in fact he gets involved in he very clearly is anti-Ku Klux Klan and stuff. And there's a brilliant bit where someone calls him a word for black people lover, and he slaps the piss out of that guy just because like he won't be disrespected because he's the fucking sheriff, you know. He is a racist character, but it's of its time. But that doesn't mean it's okay, because the film isn't trying to say it's okay. I think the film is more just look at this that happened. Do you know what I mean? And but these two worlds, when they collide, like in this case, it's a very proud, very smart, intellectual, capable black officer, and a determined, feisty, fiery white sheriff.
Yeah.
And they're bonded by the badge, and that's all that keeps them together.
I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I watched it, but I feel like when I got to the end, it felt like the sheriff guy actually learns a little bit.
Yes, it's not right. I don't want it to come off as it's like, oh look, this is how you conquer racism, because it isn't that kind of film. But the ending is very much like a mutual respect has been gained between these two, and they part on respectful terms of we're bonded now, not simply because of badges, but we actually have that respect for each other's characters, or each other's characters kind of thing. The content of their characters, to paraphrase a Martin Luther King speech. So it's like it's just amazing. It's just it's an absolutely brilliant film. When you think about when it came out and what it was covering, it's even greater. I remember when I first saw it, I talked to my mum and dad about it because it's from their kind of time, and my mum did a little kind of, I don't know, it was like a little schoolgirl move and started talking about how Sidney Poitier was a bit of a sex symbol when she was growing up, and I had good for you, mum. You know, like
fair enough.
I think she had his poster. That's fair, you know. Don't know what she did while she was looking at the poster, but
don't want to think about it.
You're sorry?
Don't want to think about it.
If it refined a technique, helps me come into the world, didn't it? Yeah. So In the Heat of the Night, I recommend it because it's one of my favourite films. It would be on my list of like greatest films ever made, and it's on like the world at large greatest films ever made. It's always in like the top 50. The quote, "They call me Mr. Tibbs," is like, they're like young, rich, using racist words and stuff. What do they even call you in Philadelphia? And Sidney Poitier just looks very, very determined. Just goes, "They call me Mr. Tibbs." Like just they back off like, oh shit. Yeah, it's great. It's a great fucking film.
Yeah, you should definitely watch. That's definitely a film you should watch.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you like. Do watch Tom playing NBA 2K17 if you absolutely must. If not, buy the game yourself and try and think like Tom would when you play it. That might help.
Yeah.
Basically,
on rookie, aim to destroy the other team.
Yeah, find one technique that's basically unblockable and just repeat. Yeah. Rinse and repeat. That's Tom's way of playing.
And then when you get bored of that, find a new technique and then switch them up.
Yeah. That's Tom's technique. Yeah. If not, Memeulous, the YouTube channel, perfectly serviceable Blackpool grime media stuff, and in general his videos are very, very relaxing and good. And then In the Heat of the Night is fucking brilliant. Yeah. It's just that's one you should just watch. Like, just watch. There's passion and love in my voice just thinking about that film. It's a great film. Yeah. And Paul and Danielle, our mutual friends who did film night, they both really, really enjoyed it. They laughed along with it. They got really into it. I knew they liked it because me and Sarah bought crisps and biscuits, and they paused to eat crisps and biscuits so they could still hear it. Like, they didn't want to risk missing bits, and there's other films where missing bits hasn't been such an issue, so like I knew they were getting into it.
I assume that's because you're probably listening to it quite quiet with the kids and stuff.
Well, we had it on like 30. I wasn't allowed to put on. If apparently Paul, if you put volume at an odd number, he will pause and not continue until you put it onto an even number, and Sarah can't handle anything that ends in a 3 or a 7. So 33 was used quite a bit, and that led to pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm.
I really like the number 27, so...
I don't have like any particular prime numbers, prime numbers, I'm weighing myself. Like, it's just numbers are numbers.
Yeah.
But this is tangenty at the end now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch it. It's really, really good. In the heat of the night.
Bye!
Bye!